So today we have something a little bit different for the channel. My name's Adil and welcome back, guys. Today is all about BMW car audio, and I'm going to be going through a hell of a lot of detail all about how you can get a BMW sounding incredible. So I'm going to roll back the years now. So for those of you who have been following our channel for a while or across our social media platform, you'll know that one of our old BMW demo cars was a BMW M5 F10 model in a gorgeous, gorgeous blue. So that actually video did feature on our channel. So if you haven't done so already, you can go check that out. But we'll bring you back to the present day. So this vehicle is a BMW 520d estate, and the reason why this was always actually going to be a partly temporary car for us as a demo car, because that blue M5 had a number of problems. Basically, we owned the vehicle for roughly around sort of 6-7 months or so, and even from after collection, driving it back, we encountered a problem with oil, and all in all, the vehicle got returned and it was just a problem car. So with that in mind, basically they decided to give my money back for the actual car itself, and away the car went. However, that left us a little bit short of a BMW demo vehicle. So very instantly we had to purchase one, and this is what we decided on, the BMW 520d. And this is actually now being owned for a couple of months now, or a year or so. And the vehicle itself is just underneath a normal grey vehicle. However, we've got two brands. So we've got CBS Automotive, which covers full vehicle customization, and that brand has basically covered the full vehicle wrap on the vehicle, custom steering wheel, as well as the new wheels as well. So it looks absolutely incredible, as well as the security and dash cam as well. So that's kind of the vehicle where we are at the moment. However, the vehicle is now actually about to make way. So we haven't featured this car on the channel before, but I wanted to make today's video about this car, but also actually about BMW car audio in general. So there will be another video very shortly, and what is being built in the workshop as we speak is the new demo vehicle for BMW car audio. So this is, the new car is a Rosso Corsa Ferrari individually painted BMW F90 M5. So that will be available for you guys once you're probably watching this video. That will be available for you guys to come by and listen to, with an absolutely incredible system. And we're going to be moving this system over to that car with a couple of extra little tweaks. So that's basically a recap of where we're up to and the car situation at the moment. So this vehicle will be making way shortly, and the M5 is in the workshop currently being worked on. So let's go through then BMW car audio. So starting right from the scratch, BMW car audio features a couple of different systems from stock. One is the BMW basic audio system. The next is BMW Hi-Fi. Then you've got Harman Kardon. And actually on some of the newer models, you now have Bowers and Wilkins on some of them as well. So we've got an Alpina B5 in at the moment that has the Bowers and Wilkins system. And they're kind of your four lot. Mostly you're going to be dealing with the three and not the Bowers and Wilkins system. So we actually had a client come in and listen to the Bowers and Wilkins system, as well as listen to this particular vehicle, and he made a massive kind of, he'd noticed a huge difference between even something like this on this level in comparison to the Bowers and Wilkins. So whatever level you've got, there's upgrades and opportunities above that. So if you've got the basic audio system, the way to establish whether you have that or not is basically identifying on top of your door card. So most BMW platform cars are very similar. So on top of your door card, you'll have a little kind of triangular piece on top of the door. If that is just a blank and just a big bit of plastic, basically that means you have the basic audio system. If you have the Hi-Fi system, what that means is you've got that little grill there, but there's nothing written on it. So it doesn't say Harman Kardon on it. If you've got Harman Kardon, it will have the little grill there with the Harman Kardon writing on it. And in essence, that then creates your three main tiers. And then on that next level up, you've got the Bowers and Wilkins system, which basically has exactly the same grill as pretty much the Harman Kardon one, slightly different in design, but in essence, similar idea. all on top of your door card, and that is the establishing factor of what you have in the vehicle. And this is very important to what you have in the vehicle to understand where you can go to upgrade. So no matter what system you have, it can all be upgraded. And BMW audio, and the reason why we have a BMW demo car at all times and the importance of it is because BMW audio is slightly different to other vehicles. Traditionally in, for instance, our Range Rover, what that demo car has is a three-way front end, so a tweeter, a mid-range, and mid-bass in the door. Traditionally, cars generally have a 6.5 inch or 7 or 8 inch mid-bass driver in the bottom of the door, and that's across pretty much every other brand. So things like Ferrari, Porsche, VW, Seat, very much you name it, they all pretty much carry that same formation of actual speakers and speaker sizes roughly. However, BMWs are slightly different. Some of them don't even have a tweeter, and all of them have a 4, and then you've got an 8 inch underneath the seat. So for example, this car came in with the basic audio system. What that meant, it had a 4 inch in the door, 8 inches underneath seats, and 1 set of rears. What we've done is the upgrade of the Audison Prima set. So we've added in a tweeter, ordered in the Harman Kardon grills, in essence making cosmetically inside this vehicle look like it has Harman Kardon, just that OEM feel. Then we've got a tweeter added, we've got a 4 inch replaced, 8 inches done, and those rears done. However, if you came in with Harman Kardon in the car, you've already got this grille here, so we don't need it. What that basically means is the tweeter still gets replaced, the 4 inch gets replaced, the under seats get done, but most cars with Harman Kardon actually have 2 sets of rears, so we can have the option of either just doing 1 set or doing that additional rear surround set as well. So BMW car audio is very simple, but also relatively complicated in terms of making sure you get the right choice. This car came in with the basic audio system, and what that means is you can have any level from our website, so any package is applicable to you. You could have just done, for example, a new tweeter and 4 inch no amplification. You could have done the tweeters, the 4 inch, the under seats, no amplification, or you can also do the rears as well. Just have a speaker upgrade with some soundproofing. But if you're doing amplification, you've got the option of doing quite a lot of different variations. And now this car sounds better than the Bowers and Wilkins systems or Harman Kardon from stock, just like our client experienced the other day when he got to listen to a couple of systems, because he has Harman Kardon in his car, the upgraded version of what BMW offer as a top level, and this car still sounded way beyond them. So if your vehicle has Harman Kardon, I normally recommend you either do, for example, just a speaker upgrade, or you go all out and do something like a level 4, level 5 upgrade, which is basically a full replacement. So tweeter, 4, 8 inches, rears, and then rear surrounds if you've got the additional set of rears, depending on spec of vehicle. So if you're not sure about what to spec, how you want it done, best thing to do is always come by and listen to something, because when you listen to something, you can actually understand the differences it makes with each little bit. And part of our processor and part of our demo car is the ability to be able to showcase all of the kind of different options, different variations, and give you quite a lot of different options within one car. I mean, overall, this BMW platform that we do, the tweeter, the 4, the 8s, the rears, the amplification setup is very popular. It makes a huge night and day difference. Plus you can move it, like we're about to another vehicle. If you do have the basic audio system, one of the fundamental flaws of that system is the fact that you don't have a tweeter, so you haven't got any high frequencies being played. And also, even on the Harman Kardon system, or the Bowers and Wilkins system, or the basic system, you've got a big gap between a 4 and an 8 inch mid-bass driver, or sub if you want to call it that, underneath your seat. There's a big gap in frequencies, and it's very hard to bridge that gap. However, with a system like this, because basically you're changing, obviously adding a tweeter, which always helps, that basically gives you a higher frequency, so that's one problem fixed. And then now the gap issue, so between a 4 and an 8, that little gap issue in frequencies, that is resolved by having 2 better components. You have a better performing 8, you have a better performing 4 in there, and that gap is then bridged, especially then when you're adding amplification, processing power. What we can actually do via tuning is then correct those issues and also bridge that gap even better, creating a more kind of natural feel in the vehicle, and also more kind of mid-range and mid-bass coming from the front end of the vehicle. So there's lots of things that can be done to fix the issues that you might be encountering if you own one of these vehicles and disappointed with the BMW audio system from stock, whether that be any of the systems you have from factory basic all the way up to Harman Kardon. Overall, a bit of a recap. Hopefully you guys have learned a little bit more about car audio, kind of what the problems are with that gap of that tweeter if you've got that basic audio system, or the issue of basically the gap between your 4 and the 8, and that kind of balance in frequencies is kind of just off at the moment. You got a big gap right in the middle of those two speakers, and that is then cured by having those better components in there, and ideally that amplifier in there to really bridge that gap even further, control each frequency going to each speaker. And this is again a real balance of why it's really important to choose your installer carefully, because your installer will be the difference whether your car sounds good or not. Overall, hopefully you guys have enjoyed today's video, something a little bit different for you, but we wanted to capture this on today's video. But next up, you will be seeing, on terms of our demo cars, you'll be seeing not only this one, but you'll also be seeing the F90 M5. You'll see the Range Rover coming up very soon as well. So thank you so much for watching, guys. I'll see you on the next one.